Joe Flacco has been named to the Pro Bowl roster.
And
first time
he's not a Pro Bowler
in his career.
He's not a Pro Bowler.
He put up like 500 yards on the Bears.
Does the statement or the reports say that he's a Pro Bowler or he's just a replacement for someone who is in the Pro Bowl?
Okay, hold on. Let me go to...
Well, because like here's the thing.
You're just named to the roster.
I know. So to me, and I don't think anyone in their right mind would consider players like Joe Flacco or Shedeur Sanders as actual Pro Bowl players. That's not the case.
Okay.
They're replacements for those who were named who are not participating, whether they're injured, if they're playing in the Super Bowl, or if they just flat out said no. Because in the AFC, there's a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
There are players who are injured. There are players who are playing in the game on Sunday, next Sunday, Drake May being one of them. And then there are also players who said no. Trevor Lawrence was asked. He said no.
Okay, you're a hater, and that's fine. You can choose to live your life that way. WCPO 9 News, Bengals quarterback Joe Flacco joins Jamar Chase, T. Higgins at 2026 Pro Bowl games.
Okay, but like we all understand what's happening here, right? Like they need bodies for this event. That doesn't mean you're a Pro Bowl.
Okay.
You're being named to go out there and participate. You're not a Pro Bowl player.
Okay.
And the same goes to Shedeur.
Okay.
No shade. It's just that's the truth. You're not a Pro Bowl player. You got the stats on Joe Flacco this season?
Joe Flacco, awards and highlights. Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP, NFL Comeback Player of the Year.
I get what you're doing now.
Pepsi NFL Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Pro Bowl 2025.
No, the whole thing is just
most
watered
passing
down.
touchdowns in a single postseason, 11.
It's water. Yes, that didn't happen this season.
Most road playoff wins for a quarterback, tied with Tom Brady.
What does that have anything to do with it? Has nothing to do with it.
Most touchdowns without an interception in a postseason, tied with Joe Montana. Pro Bowl 2025. I don't know why you got to live your life with such hate. Let the man live.
I just want to operate with an understanding that we all agree, and you can join us at 310-840-4910. Being named days before the event because no one wants to participate does not mean you achieved anything.
It's on his Wikipedia.
You were just a player.
Football Reference.
You're just a player who participated in the season. That's all that this is. And quite honestly, you know the way the NFL should handle this? They should go the route that the Colts went this season. Call up old timers. Have the old timers participate.
They just did.
Oh.
That's literally what they just did. They just called 41-year-old Joe Flacco.
I know.
He's got as much gray in his beard as you and I do.
I agree.
He's 41 like you and I. And he's playing in a Pro Bowl. Good for him.
Yeah, but it's the Pro Bowl games.
Let him live.
It's not the real deal. It's not what it used to be, Abdalla. It used to mean something.
But that's my point, is that when we talk about player accolades and we say 6 times, when you go and we sit in these rooms, not we, but the royal we, like we just talked about earlier this week with all the Bill Belichick mess, when you go in and people are going to argue for people's Hall of Fames, for players' Hall of Fames, they're going to say 5-time Pro Bowler and whatever. They're going to use that to measure someone's Hall of Fame merit.
Do you have the list of the roster? Who are the quarterbacks in the AFC now?
I can. Hold on.
Because like here's what I'm looking at, right? You like the stats. I've given you stats throughout the week. Here's a stat. You look at which one do you want to go off of? Quarterback rating? Is that the best measurement of quarterbacks? Can we all agree on that? Quarterback rating?
Yeah.
So Drake May led the NFL this year in quarterback rating. He had a rating of 113.5. He's not playing in the Pro Bowl games because he's participating in the Super Bowl. Makes sense. Lamar Jackson in the AFC is number 2 at 103.8. Is Lamar Jackson a Pro Bowler? Is he participating?
Yeah, Lamar Jackson's a Pro Bowler. But I don't know if he's participating because the rosters haven't been updated to reflect that.
But was he named? Was he named?
Yeah, I believe he was named. Yeah. Because
do you have the list?
I have the list of rosters right here from December 23rd, 2025.
So was Lamar's a Pro Bowler, I would assume, right?
Let me see.
Second best quarterback in the AFC based on quarterback rating.
Hold on, right here.
I would hope that Lamar Jackson.
AFC, Josh Allen, and then it was Herbert, and May. That's it.
Okay, so Lamar didn't.
Your alternate was Shedeur.
Okay, so Lamar didn't make it
Mm-hmm.
on first go.
Mm-hmm.
The third quarterback in the AFC, as far as quarterback rating goes, is Josh Allen. He made it, but he's hurt. So I get why that he's not going to participate. You want to know who the fourth quarterback in the conference for quarterback rating is this season in the AFC? It's Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Joe Burrow's there. Daniel Jones.
Yep.
And then you have to scroll down. Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Justin Herbert, who you named.
I named him.
And then you get to C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Fields. Those are the quarterbacks. If you're just stacking it based on quarterback rating for this past season, here's my point. I don't see Joe Flacco on the list there.
Of course not.
I don't see Shedeur Sanders on the list. I assume Aaron Rodgers is healthy. He doesn't have an injury right now, right?
He doesn't want to go to that.
Well, no, right. He doesn't want to participate. Trevor Lawrence said no. We know that Herbert is dealing with injuries, and he's not going to participate, right?
No.
Or is he participating? Who is participating outside of Shedeur and Joe Flacco? Do you see my point in this? If it's a look back at the season and who actually played well, you're not going to get it by looking at the Pro Bowl teams because you don't know.
Do you want to know who's participating?
Yes.
Find out Tuesday, February 3rd, live from San Francisco in the Moscone Center.
Why did I even ask? But here's the overall arching
on
point.
ESPN and Disney Plus.
Let's solve this for the NFL right now.
Don't have these.
If you're going to do a little competition or whatever, let's call up the old timers and have them hurl the footballs like the old quarterback competitions they used to air on TV in the 90s. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
With Steve Young and Brett Favre and all the different quarterbacks, and they'd be out there throwing the football. And they'd have the targets on the field, and then you'd have the longest throw competition, and then you'd have all these different drills for the quarterbacks to participate. Let's get the old timers out. They're all going to be there next week anyway, celebrating the Super Bowl and Super Bowl week. Let's get them on the field. I'll watch that over this.
They don't want to blow out an Achilles.
No, they don't have to run. Just throw.
Just throw?
Yeah. Why not? That to me is more interesting than trying to figure out who actually made the All-Star team, who actually made this Pro Bowl, which guys are hurt, which guys just don't want to participate. To me, it's watered down. When you get Flacco days before saying he's an alternative, or Shedeur Sanders this week, what's the point?
I don't know. Well, Shedeur Sanders is obvious. It's to get eyeballs on it and to get attention to it because no one's going to watch these games. Because the second you stopped having an actual game, everybody said, why are you having a real game? And then the ratings would come out and it's like, oh, because people are still watching. Well, because the ratings would happen on this weekend, would be the Pro Bowl from wherever, and it would be a glorified scrimmage, and the total would be insane. But guess what? People would still watch it.
I'm okay with that.
People would still watch, and people would gamble on it, and it would do decent numbers in the ratings. But then you went away from it. That's the problem, is that the NFL did away with a real game, and they went to flag football. And now no one wants to watch it, and no one wants to participate. If you went back to a real game, people, at least it's a product that people would watch.
I'm with you. And I think that the problem is that football cannot be played in a situation where you're not giving your all. NFL players, college football players, high school players, when you're on the field, because there's an element of danger, and the fact that you can get hurt and seriously hurt at any moment, you have to play with effort when you're playing football. So when you turn it into something that is a no effort, jog up and down the field situation,
you can't tackle.
It's not interesting.
I know.
But if you're playing something where if you're able to convince the teams to actually give a little effort like you used to back in the day, not a ton of effort, a little effort, people would absolutely watch. Yeah, if it was the old style Pro Bowl, people would watch that.
Then what you're going to have to do is you get rid of the actual game and you just name Pro Bowlers. These are our Pro Bowlers, because incentives are tied to this.
That's what I'm saying. Is like just name the team. I don't care about who the fill-ins are. Just give me the team.
In contracts, players are getting incentives. If you make the Pro Bowl, you get an extra $100,000 or whatever. Like players in their contracts that they sign with teams are getting accelerators because of this. And when we talk about, like I said, player accolades, 5-time Pro Bowler, 6-time Pro Bowler, whatever, that's what we talk about. And it waters it down when now Shedeur Sanders is in it and Joe Flacco the day before is named to a Pro Bowl roster. Like it waters down what it used to be a 7 or 8-time Pro Bowler, or that Tom Brady made it almost every year of his career or whatever, like it meant something. And now, because it's a flag football game that no one wants to show up in like the same place where they do Radio Row in the same building, it's not the same thing. It's lame.